Greetings, everyone. Two things I want to talk about tonight. The first one is I hear the opposition. I was saying that they were criticizing Mr. Holness, that is the Prime Minister of Jamaica, about why is it that he was silent at the UN Council meeting about the issue regarding Israel and Palestine. And they were saying, why is it that he doesn't say anything in regards to them? First of all, ladies and gentlemen, the Prime Minister have every right to remain silent because, number one, that doesn't concern us. The conflict between Hamas and Israel is not our business. Secondly, Jamaica didn't send Hamas to go and make war with Israel. Thirdly, Jamaica is a small country, ladies and gentlemen. If one of those missiles ever land here, chances are a lot of us, we would have lost our lives. So why should we meddle in politics that doesn't concern us? Also, ladies and gentlemen, they are saying that when everybody was walking out, when the Prime Minister of Israel was supposed to come and address them, and a lot of country walked out, and Mr. Holness stayed, they were like they wanted him to walk out as well. Secondly, I want to say this, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Holness have every right to sit down and not participate in the garbage that those other so-called leaders have done. Reason why? Hamas, who is the leaders? They are the leaders for Gaza, right? For Gaza and for the West Bank area. They are the leader for them. They are the one who leave from out of their territory, the territory assigned to them. And they went across, ladies and gentlemen, to make problem with Israel. They went across and commit atrocity against Israel, and Israel retaliate, ladies and gentlemen, because they have declared war against Israel, and up until now they're still holding Israeli hostages. They have unalived a lot of the hostages, and they still have hostages that they are holding on to in very, very disgusting condition. Now, ladies and gentlemen, why should Jamaica speak for those people who are barbaric and who have criminal intentions against other people that were minding their own business? They weren't even at war with them. Israel and Hamas wasn't even at war when they started the October 7 attack on Israel. They were at peace with them. Persons from over their territory could go over Israeli territory for work and all of those stuff. So Israel didn't mess with them. Israel didn't do anything at all to them. They just feel like they should attack Israel. So why do you want the Prime Minister of Jamaica to say anything in regards to the Israel and Hamas war? That doesn't concern us. Why do you want us to meddle in affairs? That doesn't concern us. Every year in Jamaica, they say what we normally say in Jamaica: stay out of big people argument. So the Prime Minister was doing what he was supposed to be doing, staying out of big people's quarrel. We don't meddle in global politics. Secondly, ladies and gentlemen, the opposition, ladies and gentlemen, normally shadows the government. So any amount of ministry that the government have, the opposition would have a similar ministry. That's why they are called the shadow cabinet. So if the government have a ministry of water, the opposition should have an opposition spokesman on water. If the government have a ministry on of education, then the government would have a shadow cabinet, an opposition spokesman on education. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I have seen happening is that the opposition has presented a cabinet that is far from being a shadow cabinet, because they have created ministry, ladies and gentlemen, that doesn't exist. So what are they shadowing? If the opposition has created ministry that doesn't exist in the government, then what are they shadowing, ladies and gentlemen? The spokesman, the opposition, should be a replica of the government, So whatever ministry that the government have, that's the same amount of ministry that the opposition should have. So when I see Mr. Golding and his team presented an opposition cabinet with ministry that doesn't exist anywhere in Jamaica, ladies and gentlemen, then I have to wonder if Mr. Mark Golding understands what it means to be a shadow to be opposition, to be shadow cabinet. Ladies and gentlemen, shadow cabinet is a replica of the real cabinet. They are a replica of the governing of the government. Now, when I see them creating different ministries and all of those, then I have to ask myself, are they trying to create a government by themselves, ladies and gentlemen? Or is it a case where they just don't have any respect for Mr. Holness or for his administration? So they just go ahead and do things that suits them. And then they are saying that the ministries that they have created, it won't cause taxpayers anything. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. Both the government, ladies and gentlemen, and the opposition do get paid from taxpayers, meaning that, ladies and gentlemen, they have MPs and senators that are paid from taxpayers' money, ladies and gentlemen. Each senators that are on the opposition side, each senate, I think it's about $150,000 every time they have a sitting. It's $150,000 they are being paid from taxpayers' money. I'm talking about the senators. So if the senators meet 3 times for the week, that's over $450,000 right there for 1 week. Because each time they go to parliament, to sit in parliament, they get $150,000 for that. And Mr. Golding should have been the second highest paid politician here in Jamaica, but right now he's the highest paid politician because he's collecting even more than what the Prime Minister is collecting, nearly 3 times the salary that the Prime Minister is currently getting, ladies and gentlemen, all from the taxpayers. So when he is appointing all these people and then saying that it won't cost taxpayers this, or it won't cost taxpayers that, because some of them are voluntary and all of those stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, what are those ministries? Those ministries that the opposition create, what are they shadowing? They are supposed to be shadowing a ministry, ladies and gentlemen, that have to deal with government. Now, when they create ministries, ladies and gentlemen, what are they shadowing? What are they shadowing? Ladies and gentlemen, I rest my case.